So I was perusing my favorite hobby store here a couple days ago, looking for any sales, looking for any deals, and this little puppy jumped out at me. The Sturmgeschütz 3G Finnish Army from Tamiya. And I don't know if somebody dicked up on the price, but at $24.99 it was coming home with me. Yeah, that's a hell of a deal. So we're going to get at it here. I'm just getting going on the running gear. And for that kind of money, I actually got a couple of aftermarket stuff, which I rarely do anymore just because it's too damn expensive. So I got the Armo 75mm Stuck 40L48 barrel, which it even comes with a really nice mantle, but unfortunately the barrel does not fit. It'll take a little bit of work to get that barrel in that mantle, and a beautiful turned muzzle brake, so that picked up, and some what are these, Master Club tracks, and they look like they might be a bit of a pain in the ass, but they're all cleaned up, they're all ready to go, and they do have pins in them, so we'll get that done up. I'm not sure if I will end up using this this mantle. It's really nice. The casting detail is just amazing, or I should say the weld detail is really nicely done. So anyway, let's get after this Stug 3. So the first two steps have taken all of 12 minutes, and the suspension lines up absolutely dead perfect. They're nice, good, solid mounting holes. What an awesome kit so far. I'm not having a great luck with tracks. Alright guys, Master Club, not recommended at any price. Yeah, there were $20 less than the model casting tracks, but they're delicate, and they say that you're just supposed to line them up and push the pins in. Well, guess what? None of the holes go through. You gotta drill everyone out. So if you're gonna waste the time drilling them out, you may as well get full models, where you have a good solid heavy track that's not going to break on you when you are drilling it out. I've already dicked up 3. The first 3 I drilled, the side guide horns just popped right out. So I'm very close to just saying to hell with trying to make them workable, glue them all together, and then cut the pins and put the pin ends in. It's about the best you're going to get. So I figured what I do, I just put them all together and glue them up and then put the pins on the end. Well, I did not realize this, but this shit is resin. So guess what? You gotta use super glue. I'm just about ready to take the whole thing in and throw it in the garbage. 31 bucks. What a waste of complete waste of money. Guys, unless you're a complete masochist that enjoys inflicting pain and suffering upon yourself, do not buy these things. So what I've ended up doing with these bleeping tracks is I'm just putting them all together. I'm trying to do this. I don't have my tripod set up, so we're just putting a little drop of super glue in each one of these. We're popping them together, and then we're making runs. I've got the bottom here done already, and once I've super glued it to the bottom wheels, and I'm going to build them right in place. And then what I'll do is I'll come around in the front and put the track pins in, and then just as many track pins from the back as I need to put in. Because as you can see, trying to drill each one of those out and make them to be workable, not going to happen. The thin little horns right there, when you start drilling them in, they just twist right off. So, you know, I really don't feel like going down and spending $14 on a set of friggin' drill bits just to drill these out. So, once again, Master Club, probably not recommended. Okay, about 3 hours we got this side done. All the outside pins are in. They're not holding anything, they're just for cosmetics. Looks like I got one there, may have fallen out or I missed. You can see right there. The tracks are super detailed, they're nicely detailed, but they are fragile as all get out. I hope I have enough. They just a harsh look, and if you don't have them perfectly set up, they just break. So lesson learned. Master Club, not recommended by Glockster 42. Stug 3 Finnish variant G. Alright, we finished up the passenger side of the Stug 3 with the Master Club tracks. It definitely went a lot better than the first side did. It still ended up to be about a quarter length too short, with some sag built in. And once again, these tracks are very well detailed, but they are extremely fragile. They require a lot of work to build if you want to build them workable. You need to have a 0.6mm drill bit and drill out every single freaking link, which I chose not to. But I will end up drilling out every single one of these bleep 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 lengths, and installing one of these incredibly fragile bleep 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 pins more over there, just to give the little bit of a bleep 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 pin ends in, as you can see from this side. So this is an incredible kit from Tamiya. I highly recommend the Stug 3G in Finnish variant, but unfortunately Tamiya gives you their link rubber band tracks, which suck. Everything else about this kit is awesome, but the tracks do suck. I would recommend frill model or model casting. They are about twice as expensive as these bleep 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 Master Club tracks, but they are infinitely worth the price. Sometimes it doesn't pay to buy cheap, but at least we have them all done. Probably have about a total of 4.5 hours of build time right now at this point for these tracks, and I probably got another good hour on this side to drill out all the bleep 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 tracks so I can put the pins in. Go for model casting, go for frill model, not recommended Master Club. So we get the running gears all painted up in Vallejo air quotes primer. It's just a pre-color, it's a pre-shade. I like to do everything pre-shade in black. The hull has gone together, has fallen together. We've got the aftermarket barrel, and it came with a new mantle, which is a little bit more detailed than the Tamiya mantle, so we threw that in there. I think it was only $24, so it was reasonably priced. But still, you know, when you look at tracks in a barrel, you've got the cost of another kit. So I don't do a lot of aftermarket stuff anymore. But this is a really nice build. It pretty much just falls together, and we're coming right along on it. Alright, we moved off the bench onto the fancy backdrop material for my Stug, my Finnish Stug, my Tamiya, and painted it old school. As in no pre-shading, no black base coat. Well, it is black base coat, but I didn't, I put the paint on heavy because I knew I was going to have to brush coat it. We'll do post shading afterwards to get a little bit of shade and some color variance. There's still some things to put on it yet. The machine guns, the decals, and of course the logs. But this is just to give you a quick idea of how this turned out for paint. Now, what kind of paint did I use, you ask? Well, I had a hell of a time finding the proper, air quotes, proper colors for Finnish tanks. I think I've got it. I don't know if it's 100% right, but there seems to be a lot of variations and a lot of opinions of how the Finnish tanks were painted, and whether the gray should be gray, or the gray should be a khaki gray, or the brown should be brown, or the green should be bright green. So I just went with the one that I like. Okay, I can get these colors I'm going to use them for. So I used all Model Air colors. First of all, we used number 808, and that's a German Camouflage bright gray, or bright green. Now that is my base coat. I thinned that down and sprayed it with the airbrush. I used the Vallejo airbrush thinner. They spray beautiful. They spray better than the model colors. Honestly, once you get them thinned down, they spray on great. So we sprayed that one on, and then we went to the hand brush. We used number 135, which is beige brown for the brown, and then we used 104, also known as 884 stone gray for the gray color, which looks to me more like a khaki, but whatevs. So that's the colors I used to paint this little tank, and I like it. It'll look a lot better once we get a shot of gloss on it. We'll put the decals on, we'll do some pin washes, we'll do some fading, we'll get the rest of the side skirts, the barrels, the logs put on, get a detail painted, and get some weathering on it and put it on the base. But there you have it, guys. It's coming along nice. I'm quite happy with the way it looks.